Then before you get into a bus,
Yeah.
the rush and the struggle and everything. So I didn't get a bus because I could not fight for the bus.
For the bus.
Then I was walking from main gate to library, and
Wow.
one of the hills.
Oh no.
Yes, I was walking. Like, it didn't occur to me, like.
This is Ofre Vivian. Amongst many things, she's a poet. And growing up in Calabar, I was introduced into the Calabar Creative Society. It's a bit informal, but it's like a society of creatives, writers, musicians, poets, basically people that are creative. And Vivian played a huge role, like a massive role, in the growth and advancement of the creative community in Calabar. She's an amazing individual, a phenomenal individual that has so many works and has gone so many places because of her gifts in poetry. And it is my honor to interview her today. Hi guys, welcome back to Nke. Another delicious episode of Nke. Hi.
Hi. My name is Vivian Ofre. I'm from Nigeria, Cross River State to be precise, and I am a poet.
Jehovah talking to Lily of the valleys, balm of Gilead, rose of Sharon, creator of the universe, maker of mankind, constant through generations, farther than imagination. Yarubo Ojo, Osuamugo, Ekueme El Elyon, that's the one we take after. And that is why we will shine the light of his gospel. We go carry church for head, our hearts will catch fire.
But I have a science background, studied geophysics, University of Calabar.
How many you finished with?
Yeah. 5 years of studies. University of Calabar.
Geophysics.
Yeah, baby.
Why?
Okay, so like there was a time when I was crazy about the environment, I was crazy about atmospheric physics, and like I was passionate about, like, I just loved adventures. So I just felt, okay, maybe if I do geophysics, then maybe I'll get to travel. And I actually did that because we went on a lot of field trips.
Yeah.
But like somewhere along, I think it was then in Unica that I started doing like a lot of artistic stuff.
Okay.
So I grew up in Port Harcourt.
Oh.
Yeah, I only moved to Calabar when I got admission into the University of Calabar. But I grew up in Port Harcourt with my both parents. But however, I lost my mom and dad some like couple of years ago.
Sorry about that.
Oh, it's good. And I am the only daughter in my family. I have 3 brothers.
Oh, okay, you have 3 brothers. Okay.
3 brothers, 2 older brothers, and a younger brother.
Where are they in Calabar? Port Harcourt.
Okay, so one of my brother travels a lot. Yeah, my 2 older brothers are married with 3 kids each. Wow. Yeah. I have a younger one.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
So you grew up in Port Harcourt. How was growing up in Port Harcourt?
Oh, growing up was really cool. Like, I think I enjoyed growing up in my family because since I was the only girl, so like I had all of the attention. It was a blessing and a curse because the blessing was that like everybody in the family wanted to protect me. The curse is that like I couldn't do anything.
Yeah, they can be overprotective.
Like it was annoying. Yeah, very, very annoying. My brothers, even my younger brother, can like. Okay. So yeah, that was like it was beautiful growing up. Yeah.
So you moved to Calabar, you wrote the national examination and then moved to Calabar.
Yeah.
Were you hoping for like a fresh start? Or did you already have connections in Calabar
before you came? The reason why I chose Calabar was because I wanted to run away. Unfortunately, the time I was moving, like the time I got admission into University of Calabar, was the same time my brother got a contract in Qatar. So he wanted his family to move to Calabar. Because like there was a lot of pirate activities going on at the time in Port Harcourt. Like there was, pirates. Sea pirates. Because we were living at the island, Bonny Island. So like that pirate thing was disturbing, and he was like, okay, where can we move to? Abuja or Calabar? So and Calabar was the rave at the time. Yes, was the governor at the time. Everybody Calabar. Even in my school in Port Harcourt, everybody wanted to go to University of Calabar. Yeah. Apparently, when I moved to Calabar, I saw a lot of my classmates, my former classmates, about in Unica. In Unica, like I I stumbled on them
Wow.
once or twice on campus. Like, oh my God, you're here! So we wanted to come to Calabar so that we could run away from our parents and the watchful eyes of our siblings. And then, unfortunately for me, like,
your family
before
came
I
with
knew,
you.
all of my family moved to Calabar. So I was still stuck to coming. I was going to school from the house to school, and I didn't want that.
You wanted to,
I didn't want that. I wanted to just be on my own for once. Unfortunately for me,
it didn't work.
But still a good thing though. Turned out okay.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
So, where was your favorite place growing up?
So I think for me, it wasn't so much about the place. It was about the people.
The people there. Okay.
Yeah, because I always say that people make places. So you could live in the trenches, and if I have the people, my loved ones with me, I'm good.
It's good. Okay.
So yeah, for me, it was more about I had my mom and dad at the time.
Okay, so your family were like your favorite people to be around.
Yeah.
Okay, that's nice. So what's an unlikely event that happened to you that you would say has shaped you? Okay. You know, in one way or the other.
I would say when I lost my mom. So like automatically I became like the mom of the house.
Mom of the house.
Like I was 15 when I lost my mom, and like my brothers were like they're way older than me actually.
Yeah.
Like
10 years gap.
Yeah, more than that.
Okay. 14 years gap. Okay.
My first child is 14 years older than I am.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, and the second side, because like before those gaps, I lost some siblings.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's why
there's gap. Okay.
So, but like that was way before I was born.
Yeah.
When I lost my mom, I became automatically like the woman of the house. Like everybody was looking up to me. The cooking, the African setting,
yes.
Like I was forced to take responsibility. So I think I became more matured. Like
so you grew up too fast, essentially.
I grew up.
Okay. Really fast. Okay, so can you tell us a story that inspired you? That fiction and non-fiction can be a movie.
I don't have any story that inspired me.
I'm like no,
like like I've had things that have inspired me, but I can't really point to one thing. Yeah, but there was a book I read some time ago. I can't remember the author, but the book, The Allegory of Fear. So the author, it was more like when you write prose in the poetic way. I love books like that. Yeah, poetically written prose. Yeah. So I read that book, The Allegory of Fear. I can't remember the author, but like the book stuck like in my mind, and it was like it attributed the human nature to fear. Like fear was a human. Like they gave each of the characters, they gave them, I don't know how to put it. I don't know if it's euphemism. I don't know those literary. Oh yeah. So yeah, I read that book and like, I think I want to be like this character in the book. Okay. So I could say that one, but then another person that really inspired me, Ofre Vivian, growing up. Okay. Yeah, when I was in Unical, I did a lot of research on her, and I was just inspired by her story. Like, despite all the challenges that she went through and everything, she still came out to be. Yes. I'm looking for some peace of mind. I'm looking for some peace. I'm looking for some peace. I'm looking for some peace of mind. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Blow up some trees tonight. Blow up some trees. I'm looking for some peace. I'm looking for some peace of mind. Whoa, 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 whoa. So
tell me about wordplay. Hey, yes, we have entered. And so tell me about wordplay. How did the idea come about? How did it start? What was the journey? Where is it now? Okay. And your hopes for the future, possibly.
So wordplay did not start as wordplay. Oh. During my service year, the compulsory national service. After university. Yeah. After that, I was just, most times I could just be nibbling endless nonsense on my notebook. Yeah. Sometimes I would just be drawing stuff, like just color codes what I've already written. And then a thought just dropped, like, turn up the mic. And I wrote it down. And I forgot about it. Like, turn up the mic. That was just, I didn't know what it was going to be. Yeah. And then after my service year, I was thinking, what am I going to do in my life? I studied geophysics. Yeah. I taught physics. During my service year, I taught physics and geography. Since I was, they offered me physics, but I volunteered to teach
geography as
since
well.
they didn't have a geography teacher. So when I came back after service, like, okay, what am I going to do with myself? And then if I wasn't really that, I didn't even consider myself a poet.
Yeah.
That's the funny thing. Like, people were calling me a poet, but I didn't consider myself a poet. You know that feeling?
Yeah,
like,
that you are
so,
not.
like when I looked at my work
Yeah.
and I looked at other people's
Definitely
work,
know the feeling.
it did not even
Yeah.
go well. So I like, okay, when I came back, I'm like, okay, let's see. So what happened was that Isaac Daniel,
shout out to
Ubio.
Isaac Daniel.
Yeah, Ubio, that's his
Yeah, I know
elder brother. Ubio, uncle to her sister.
Yeah.
Yeah, like we're all friends. We're
Yeah.
all doing the debate club and everything. So Ubio knew that I wrote poetry because I was quite close to Ubio. So Ubio told Isaac Daniel, and at the time I knew Ubio, I did not know Isaac Daniel. I didn't even know Isaac Daniel wrote poetry. I didn't know other poets in Calabar because I wasn't really doing
into the poetry scene.
Into the poetry stuff. I only wrote poetry once in a while. Maybe we had a church event.
Yeah,
I just write something. And I always say it's a poemish stuff. I didn't call it poetry.
You didn't call it a poem.
So Ubio Daniel told his brother that I wrote poetry. So they invited me to an event. Oh, wow. So that was my first invitation to an event. I went to that event and it was beautiful. I'm like, hey, everybody, the world needs to hear you, blah, blah, blah. You know that feeling? Yeah. So after that event, I'm like, okay, I think maybe I should pursue this and I should have an event of my own, but that's purely about poetry. So I think I'm like, okay, I started going through my old stuff during NYC and I came across Turn Up the Mic. I'm like, okay, we should call this Turn Up the Mic. And then we did Turn Up the Mic. I did the first episode at American Space.
Nice.
We had like 28 persons in attendance, including myself and my friends, all of my friends, just 28 persons in attendance. Okay. But it was beautiful. People loved it. Yeah. And people loved it because it was different. Like it was more, it's a different kind of art. And the vibes is different than in most of the events. It's noisy and everything. So I'm like, okay, people loved it. I'm gonna do a second episode of it, and I did it. Second time, like after 3 months, I did it again. The numbers increased, like people, like word of mouth and everything. Yeah. And when we did the third edition of Turn Up the Mic, oh my god, it was an explosion. And this is the funny thing: there was no advertisement, like there was no billboard or anything, but people were loving it. People were loving the community, the vibes, just poetry, and that's how Turn Up the Mic blew up. Like, okay, so I'm like, okay, I don't want this to just be all about poetry. Like, I want to do more. Okay. Now, at this time, you're constantly improving yourself. You're constantly thinking, okay, what's the way forward for my life and everything? What do I want to do right now? I'm like, okay, I think I want to do this. I want to do this. I want to pursue this. I was falling more in love with poetry. Thanks. Shout out to Preston Perry, Jackie Perry, like entire PIA, tour, those guys. Like they were really instrumental in my decision, my journey to like pursue poetry more deeply. So I decided to like register wordplay. So I started thinking of, okay, there should be like an umbrella company that will be able to house all the ideas I wanted to do. So I wanted to do more with poetry, not just Turn Up the Mic. Okay. So I started thinking of names, and Wordplay Express stuck. So I went ahead and started registration. And then
when did you register Wordplay?
I think 2019.
Okay.
December 2019. Nice. I started the process in early 2019. But then along the way I got tired, I left it, and then 2019 I finally got registered with the CAC in Nigeria, and then we started doing other stuff, going to schools to train. And luckily for me, one of my friends was a principal in a school. So he was the first person that invited us to come and train. Okay. And then when we did that, like, okay, we're recording some success. Like we saw like the impact it was having on the students. We saw how their confidence grew, how they could better present themselves. So we started reaching out to other schools, started doing tours. I think last year before I came to, I did a tour of schools, high schools across Calabar. And the plan is just to keep doing it. And then we started reaching out to international bodies and like, okay, this is what we're doing in our city. It's not really huge, but we think that there is potential here, that people can benefit from this. And that's how we started getting small recognitions, not too much, but
recognition nonetheless.
So where we are right now, we're in this stage where we're trying to create solutions, right? Real-time solutions. because I'm a poet also, and there are challenges I go through, and I feel like I'm not alone in those challenges.
Definitely.
So we're in that stage where we're trying to create tangible solutions for poets. We want to tone down on the number. That was the reason last year we didn't do a lot of events last year. I don't think we did turn up last year. We only did the school store, and then we did press play. Press play at the beginning of the year, and then so right now we want to focus on like helping poets to be more productive, to find community, to find the help and the mentorship they need. So that's where we are right now.
Amazing. How many people are on your team currently?
Currently there's 8 of us.
Wow.
There's 8
wow,
devoted, amazing, talented. Shout out
to y'all.
Shout out to Essien Kamzi, our graphics designers. Shout out to our team lead, because before I left, I handed over to Wayward. Wayward. I handed it to Wayward. Wayward, Watch Smith, Ward Vine, Kamzi.
Shout out to you guys.
Joy Ofre, our administrative officer. Like, these guys have been so amazing. Like, I mean, I can't do all of that
alone. You definitely can't.
So
how when the team started, how many were you guys?
When it started, it was just me.
Okay, so you now grew to
and then my friend, my closest friend, Rita, and she was the MC for almost all the editions of Channel. Now when we have events, like, I am begging, like, I'm trying to cut down on the number of Turn Up the Mic is happening on Friday, this Friday, and we have over 50 persons who have volunteered.
Wow!
And we're trying to cut it down, and more people are still reaching out to volunteer.
Wow,
that's when
amazing.
We started, it
was 28 people in a room.
Yeah, and we've reached thousands of young people, both like digitally and like in person. We do master classes, we do workshops, we do trainings, and everything.
So is that what you see? What we're doing, like the next 5 years?
Next 5 years, we're looking at opening up, like, I don't know if I should say this, but let me just say it out there.
Yeah, in the works.
So, like, we're looking at having like a really world-class facility, like a performance, like a center for performance poetry. Okay. That's the vision, right? So we can keep grooming people and everything. So we're going to get there. Yeah, we want to have residencies, we want to pay poets. We want poets. I hate it when I hear that the poets, because you're a poet, you're broke.
Yeah,
exactly. That kind of thing.
So
for us, we were looking at changing our narrative that, okay, because you're a poet, it means that you cannot make money or anything. So that's the goal.
That's the goal. Amazing. So speaking of being a poet and all the financial implications that comes with it.
Hey, God.
What would you say are the best and worst parts of being a poet?
So the best part is that, like, people think you're cool.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, like people walk up to you every time, like, oh my God, can I be your friend? And me, like, do you know the funny thing? And also the worst part for me, people don't know that I'm very introverted. Yeah. People always do not believe that I'm introverted.
Yeah.
Because they're seeing me on
stage, do your thing.
They see me on stage a lot of the time, and so every time I'm coming across as a snob or someone who doesn't love people,
who doesn't socialize.
So like, I think I get not you. Yeah, it's you now, and you're very fluent. So even when people see me having conversations with people, like they just assume that I am a very outgoing person. Yeah. So for me that has been the other things, but for me that has been my biggest challenge. Like they think you're cool, they want to be friends with you, but when they sit down with you, you don't have words.
They're just you, and they're like.
And for me, I have to be comfortable with people before I can have in-depth conversations with them.
Yes, I relate.
I don't know how to have small talk.
That's God bless you. That's part of the reason I don't like small talk.
Yeah.
All this don't just introduce it. I can't.
Immediately after, hey, how are you? How are you good? I don't know what to say next. Sometimes it's not because
I give a compliment to ease the awkwardness, but that's it. That's the end.
So, but like I'm constantly working on myself. I'm constantly evolving to like build better relationships and everything. I can't just say, oh, this is how I am and everything.
Yeah.
So I'm constantly evolving. Yeah. Becoming a better person.
Amazing. Say someone wants to start a poetry career now. A person comes to you, I'm like, hello ma, I love your works. I have seen you. In fact, you're my biggest fan. Please, I want to start a poetry career, and I'm hoping to maybe make money off it one day. Can you, like, what advice would you give the person?
First, you need patience. Like, you need to have a lot of patience. Like you can't just start. Poetry is not like even music. So even for musicians,
it takes time.
It take time before them blow.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
In fact, with every other thing, even if you're starting a business now, even if you're making money every day, before you break even, it'll take
time.
Some years before you break even. So this is the same thing with poetry. But for poetry, the difference is that you have to really invest in yourself.
Yeah.
You have to, and then
so by investing in yourself, you mean like reading books, taking courses,
yes,
practicing.
Spend more. See, do you know what I'm going to say? Like especially for those poets in, I don't know, it's not just us. It's not just limited to our city. But I like talking about Calabar because that's where
you relate more to the Calabar scene.
I've lived there for a very long time, and even when I'm building solutions, starting with the people that I have had communications with and everything. And I've spent money. I've done crazy things. I live in Calabar, but if there's a course in Lagos, I go. And it's not like I have so much money. But I pay to take courses. I pay. If you're not willing to spend on yourself or to invest on yourself, I don't know. So the thing is that people just want to get rich quick. Far from like popular opinion that you cannot make money from poetry. It's not true. Poetry is just like every other thing. You just have to be able to what's the word? Crack the code
to monetize
to monetize it. And there are several ways. You can decide, okay, you're on this training. You want to do training.
Train people,
you can make money from training schools. You can make money from performances. Performances don't come all the time. But as you keep building yourself, there are certain performances that you get that just one performance. You are set for a long time. Like I can testify to that. Like there are certain performances that I've done like for the next 3-4 months or 6 months. If I don't I'm set. Like those performances come once in a while and everything. You can monetize poetry. It's going to take a while, so don't be in a rush. But it's achievable. Yeah, because for me, for a very long time, even when I started turning off the mic, I used my personal money and savings to push, and I still keep doing that. Turn up the mic. We organize turn up the mic every year. We don't charge for it. But exactly. If you know how much that goes into,
I know a lot goes into it.
Like just be patient, keep working on yourself, and have a strategy. Everybody. For me, when I started, I used to put in a lot of entries. Like
so your strategy when you started was applying.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was the initial strategy, but that has changed.
It has changed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Initially, I won a lot of small competitions that gave me small monies. Sometimes 30K, 50K.
But it's money.
Yeah, it's money. 5K,
it's money.
20K. Even up until last year, I still did something that gave me like 20K or 30K. You understand? So that's sometimes even how you know that you're growing. Because if I look at my first set of work, I used to cringe. Like I went to an event once and an old man before the event started called me and like was advising me. People they think it's child's play.
Oh, was advising you to like get something better.
Yeah, to get something good. So someone invited me to an event like
to do poetry.
Gathering of that was the most annoying performance I've ever. Very cold audience, old people. But those are the events that pay the most. So for us, one of the biggest challenges we started was funding.
Okay.
It's the biggest.
So you had to dip out of your pocket.
Yeah, God.
It's not sweet.
The pocket that was not even there. The pocket assholes. So one of the biggest challenges, funding and acceptance. Like people think you're jobless. Almost everyone around me just thought I was jobless. So like it was really difficult. It was really, really difficult. Like the stereotype, the perception about you that you're lazy or you don't have anything doing. So it was really hard. It's hard to stay consistent in such environments where
nobody encourages you.
Understand what you're doing. For me, Rita is the only person that has really consistently like supported. She understands it. Up to today, there are people in my life. If I say what play, they don't even know what it is.
Wow.
They don't know what it is. They don't understand it.
Wow.
So So because they don't understand it, they don't put money
into it.
So
you were the winner of the 2021 March 8th Initiative Award for MSMEs. So the March 8th Initiative is organized to inspire and promote communal, entrepreneurial, and public-spirited behavior within Nigeria. And it's organized in honor of the birthday of the Vice President of Nigeria, His Excellency Professor Yemi Osibanjo. Can you tell us about that? What is it first off? How did you learn about it?
Okay, so what I do, right, for me, since I run a small business, I'm constantly looking for opportunities.
Well,
Not just for my business, for me
okay.
as a poet.
Yeah.
I look for fellowships, I check opportunities for poets,
Wow.
opportunities for small businesses,
Yeah.
grants. So I think one of those search I found, yeah. So when I saw it, one day I was scrolling my Facebook. I found out that a friend of mine had gotten it. She lives in Abuja. Yeah, and there's a possibility I could get it. So you know the funny thing, I started and I forgot about it. Then in fact, I applied for it 12 o'clock dot.
Wow.
So the whole idea is to support small and medium scale businesses, yes, to grow and everything. So I decided to apply. And we got it. Yeah, last year was a really good year for wordplay. Like, amazing year, seriously.
How many countries have you been to?
I think 6.
Wow. How many have poetry taken you to? Like exclusively?
Almost all of them is poetry. Just
Godwin.
Kigali now that. Okay, no, the first country I went to was debate.
So has there ever been a time you tried something and it failed?
Plenty.
Tell us about like one or two, please, boss.
Plenty. Like I've had a business that failed.
You had a business doing what?
In fact, not just one business. But I've had businesses that failed. But like the most prominent one, I had. Look, I love pancakes. I love to make pancakes. Ooh. Before there was the pancake stuff in Calabar, I had like. But mine was like a small stand inside Unical. Okay. And then I moved from Unical to like out, those Goldie areas. Yes. So I had pancakes, just pancakes. But it started out well. I was making money.
Why do you think it died then?
That's why I say you can be making money, but you're not really,
going. Yeah.
But like for me, I think I knew why the business died. Yeah. I don't want to talk about it in camera, but I knew some of my habits that made the business. No
problem. Okay.
But I think I've made a lot of stupid decisions, but they all turned out well. So quitting my job to focus on wordplay full.
That barely turned out well.
Real blessing.
Yeah,
like, I was so scared.
Something I could have done.
Yeah, I didn't want that. Yeah. So it was crazy. It was trying, and I didn't have so much savings because every time money comes, I'll put it in wordplay. Every time money comes, I put it in word. So, taking that decision, it was crazy. So that's it.
Okay, so what's the biggest lesson you've learned in your journey so far?
Well, I would say never use age or time as an excuse not to do something. Like you have something you want to do, and then someone say, "You're too old.
You're too old for that." Yeah.
Don't do it because they don't. And you know why? Because that time will still pass, and you realize
exactly you've not still done anything.
Yes, I'm working on a couple of stuff.
Okay.
And initially wanted to unveil them at this turn up the mic. It's a creative. So we've been working on like a productivity kit for.
Ooh, that's right? Juicy.
Yeah, productivity kit, and we want it to not just be. It's gonna have both like a digital platform and a real life something tangible.
Okay.
So like support groups.
Nice.
And resources. Like
wow.
It comes with prompts, comes with illustrations. So
wow.
It can just inspire the poets to write.
But wow.
Beyond that, because you were talking about monetizing your art.
Yeah.
How can you monetize your art when you're not creating?
Yeah.
And when you purchase all of the kits together, it comes with different benefits and different. So
wow.
So that's what we're currently
beautiful. Look out for that, guys. Yeah. So say you had to listen to just 5 artists until the end of the world. Which 5 artists? Poets or musicians? But it has to be 5 artists.
Titilope.
So no, God, I love that woman.
I think she's a goddess.
Yeah, I love Titilope.
I love her work. I love her work. I would listen to Rudy Francisco. I love him. Who else? I love Amy Mahmoud.
Okay.
I don't know if you know her.
I don't know her.
I love Amy Mahmoud. K-String.
So if someone were to play you in a play about your life, who would it be? An actor or an actress?
Definitely going to be an actress.
Okay.
And I'll go with Tuso. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. Tuso Bedu.
Yeah, I love her.
Either her or Kiki Lane.
I don't know Kiki Lane, but I know Tuso, and I absolutely love her. So and just like that, we have come to the end of another amazing episode.
I feel good.
Thank you so much. I really, really, really appreciate you being here and telling your story.
Okay.
It doesn't come easy, but I really appreciate it. And guys, don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe.
Yeah.
Tell me what you think about this episode. And see you in the next video.
Yeah.
Bye.
Who he is and what he did. And because we have inhaled Christ, we now exhale rivers, living, flowing, bringing life to everything on its path and giving them a chance at purpose. Let's talk about purpose. That we were created for a purpose. Every man is script to play out, every cast a star, and as far as stars go, the more the merrier.